Hey YouTube, welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. We're back with episode 2 of our educational mini-series, breaking down everything I've learned in hundreds of Scav raids on Lighthouse and specifically the road camp. If you haven't watched episode 1 yet, then I do highly recommend that you pause this video and watch that one first. I provide a visual overview of the map, road camp and important locations to help you understand everything we talk about during this series. I'll link that video below and you'll find downloadable versions of the map breakdowns in our Discord. As we continue to explore different routes into and around the road camp, the aim is to show you all of the good loot locations and over the series tackle different scenarios of loadouts, spawn times and locations, as well as when and how to take on the rogues and even PMCs. Okay, let's jump into raid number 2, which is our first encounter with some rogues. Again, I'll edit in some maps of our location along the way. Okay, so we've spawned in with about our 10th shotgun in a row. But we've got 25 minutes in industrial zone extract, which is good. A little bit of meds, don't really want those. And we spawned up by the chalets again. This is the good chalet. The fact there's scavs here means PMCs should have cleared out. So whenever we spawn at this chalet, we have a quick check, a sneaky check, to see if they've done a good job of looting the high value spawns here. Okay, that's not a good sign for them, but a good sign for us. Just checking for like heck tape and things. This door's not open, which is a good sign. There's a valuable spawn and as you can see, hidden down there, can sometimes be like mules and melodonum, things like that. So there's nothing there, which is the normal spot people know. Just checking these shelves and this box. Again, they can be hidden on there. We're not hanging about here because the aim is to get to the road camp, but there's multiple spawns in here. Again, this has been missed. So there has been a PMC here, but for some reason, I guess people just don't know the loot. But we'll do a separate guide on just all the loot spawns and things outside of the road camp. But this series is specifically the road camp, so let's get over there. I mean, obviously you have to make a decision. We could have picked up a lot more here than we did. So it's at 50. I mean, there's, you know, maybe 200k there plus our loadout. You might be happy with that. And you could obviously loot those places properly. You could come down and loot this. There's some spawns in here that are worth checking, but not really high value spawns. There's one high value spawn in a box over there, but we'll leave that for now. We've got a nice sort of time in. Hopefully the PMCs have done their killing. At least half their numbers. And then obviously a bunch are going to be spawning over there. We're on the east side here, so we're up on the rocks. Going to come in on the east side, past the village. The west side where the beach is all the way on the other side over there to our left. I do feel the west side is a better way to come in if you've got a choice, but we spawned over this side. I can hear some sort of footsteps. I guess I've got a headset, so I'm hearing some footsteps. Maybe on these rocks, maybe in these buildings. Need to be careful here. Just looking to get out, really. Get moving on. There's some high value spawns in there. Again, I'm not going to check them because we're aiming for rogue loot here. I'll actually take a little bit of armour. about 25 minutes. I'm being a little bit careful. But not as careful as I'd have to be if it was like 37 minutes when we spawned in. Okay, the fact that we're getting shouting over there means there's a PMC nearby. We may well be just looking at where that scav's heading. So it's always about paying attention to the sounds here. You get some audio cues of what's going on. So the way that scav was heading, it sounded like there was a PMC over the other side of that village area. So we want to move as far away from that as possible. Obviously bear in mind a lot of players will bring in a scoped rifle in here of some sort. So poor little scavies are very vulnerable. Okay, so we're about halfway through the raid. I wouldn't expect there to be players up on these rocks, because they should have done their shooting if they came up this way. If they've got any sense, they've already looted the good room in building 3. So we'll keep moving here. Again, if we was a bit early in the raid, we'd have to be more careful. Now, it could be that they've come up late and they're kind of, you know, new to the map. They're just having a look round. So I wouldn't want to die unnecessarily here. But the important thing is now we're listening for rogue noises. They should start shouting at us if they're... There you go. There's one actually inside. Shit. Okay, so... Before we get blasted in the head, I just want to say thanks for the insane support on episode 1. We just hit the 10k YouTube subscriber milestone and 1,000 Discord members, and the love being showed to the channel recently is incredible. If you're interested in learning and improving at Tarkov, and even like helping others, then we'd love to see you over on the Discord, or at one of our live Sherpa events on Twitch. Discord links below for dates and times. I actually want to get a different angle on them. So it seems like we have a choice whether we want to fight rogues or not. Obviously we've got a shotgun with buckshot, so we better be hitting him in the head or multiple times in the body. We heard them there. Let's see what loot we get here. Okay, I can already see there's a VPX here. Double VPX. So these shelves here, this table here, and on the floor here, this is the best room in the whole of the camp. You can find multiple spawns of high-tech loot. I've found multiple graphics cards in here. So now we have a choice. Do we try and push through and fight the rogues? We can have a look at right-hand peaks. I can only hear that one at the moment. And this is not a bad angle to take them in at, but you've got to decide. I mean, you know, we've got 500k there, I would say. If that's enough for you, you get out right now. I mean, it's worth, right? But because I've got 17 minutes, I've got plenty of time to try and slowly fight these rogues. We're at building 3, so the extract is literally right over there. So we could go out this window, go take a long way round on the edge of the rocks and get out. No problem. Take your money. At the moment, I don't know where this dude ran to. He was definitely inside. If he's on the right, we could be in trouble. Okay, there's multiple. I'm going to wait for this plane to leave. Okay, let's repair our eardrums and then... So I think I counted 3 in there. Now, I've got to be honest, with this gun, that's not a good fight. If they rush you, 30 RPM, we're not going to be able to do much. The safest thing here is to try and look for loot over on building 2 now. I just want to check for the rogue on the roof here. Okay, I think the rogue's gone from there. I don't think these guys are coming out front, so we're going to take a bit of a loop. I don't mind fighting the rogues. You'll see in some of these episodes we'll actually go and fight them. But when there's 3 of them together like that inside the building, and we've got a shotgun with buckshot, it's often not the best idea. We have to be a little bit careful here because there is a extract for PMCs up there. And we're checking up on the roof here, but being mindful that they could come out of that door and shoot us. So if you really want to take those rogues on, then do it. But I think with 500k in our pocket and still plenty of time to have a go at this one, this is much less likely to have rogues in and around it. If they're anywhere, they'll just be on the roof. And the fact that them rogues there are still alive inside that building 3 and it wasn't looted tells me that we can get some good loot over here. It's probably not been hit at all. This is just all money now. I mean, we're literally right next to the extract. There is nothing wrong with looting in here and getting out at all. This is actually worth at the moment, but we don't really have the space for it. We do have some value spawns to hit here as well. Is this the locked one? No. This table here, right there. There's some attachments on here if you want to check it. Obviously we're lacking in space. I do like to check the ammo crates because you can pick up some nice ammo. It's always worth when you can. There's a valuable spawn there, chains and things, gold chains. You've got a couple of offices here behind us and some rooms. This box is a high value spawn, and then we're just checking for like good industrial loot. Anything like this worth 30k, 25, 30k, keck tape, dry fuel, ratchets, things like that. They spawn all along these bottom areas. Inside this box. Okay, so it sounds like the rogue on the roof there, above us. Right, so we still have time if we wanted to go to building 1 that has got decent loot in it. But, you know, you decide at this point. To me, that's probably enough to get out with. I don't think it's worth taking on the rogues. With, you know, 700k maybe with us. I think you just reset it. Let's have a look if that one's there. So he's gone as well, or he's not spawned. But we could be running into other player scavs, and you never know if they're going to shoot you. So, one thing to be careful of here, we can hear the rogues on the roof running.
Locals arrived.
This guy's going to jump back on his turret. Do not go up here. If you go up here, he will shoot you. Stick to the edge. We've got the industrial zone. This is going to end up being a quick one, but quick and lucrative. You do have to be careful. These rogues can wander. But we're looking to just get to the gates right here and get out. Like really painless. Painless, easy money. So after a little 200k grab and run from the chalet spawn, we covered the east approach to the camp for the first time. Our loadout and storage space was a big factor in the decision not to take on the rogues in building 3, as well as the approximate 400k of loot we had acquired so easily. If we had zero loot at that point, then I do think a slow rogue fight was worth it. But instead our decision to hit building 2 and survive Instead of taking on the rogues with such poor odds was a big lesson here. Just see how quiet the rogues were in building 3 after their initial warning shout. You have to be so careful in and around buildings 1 and 3 to make sure you clear them for rogues first before rushing in. We could have easily pushed out one step too far and got ended right there. Hopefully, as we work through the few episodes, you'll start to really understand how to approach and adapt to different scenarios as they arise. We've still got so much to cover, so look out for the next episode soon. Until then, thank you as always for the support and take care.